Get your burnout tires ready, folks. Slide in. Last day of August. Kiss the summer goodbye. Today we're talking about e-signatures for car deals, charge companies needing a boost, and EV credits piling up. I've heard about EV credits once or two.
They're like, these credit people, they're like, they got money guns, and they're like, ready?
Hey, are you ever worried? Sometimes when we come into the show hot, I get a little worried that it might be a bit much for people who are just waking up.
Right.
Like, sometimes I feel like maybe
these guys just started talking so fast.
Maybe I'm a bit much. Maybe I kind of had that feeling after I gave all the energy. But the truth is, you and I are kind of early risers. So at this point, before we record the show, we usually record it and go live stream sometime between 8:45 and 9-ish. We've been up for like 4 or 5 hours, just already
This is hour 4 for me. I'm like looking at my watch right now, and I got all the stand hours already ready to go for the day.
Can you imagine that for a lot of people, probably nobody really in the auto industry, but we'd be like 2/3 of the way through our workday right now.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Yeah. It's great. Hey, welcome back to Adrienne Wall Gibbs. She's back. She was crushing some work game hard the last few days. I think she's on the Gulf Coast. So shout out to all the people that went through a little hurricane. Seems like the majority of the damage is street sweep up and stuff like that. Some power outages. So we've got actually some team members on the ASOTU crew out there. So just want to recognize, like, hey, it's never easy when weather comes through. You know,
we got your back. Let us know. Let us know what you need. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, now it is, I guess, 4 weeks from today, we will be having our little coffee social. The morning everyone's leaving at ASOTU Con.
Don't talk about when it's over, Paul. I'm so sad.
I know. We haven't done it yet. Look, we just published the full main stage agenda for day one. And if you go to asotucon.com/agenda, you can see what's up. We're uploading things to this on the regular basis now. So it's going to be updated more and more over the next several days, as we've been really carefully, like two chefs in a kitchen, mixing ingredients to give you some dishes you've never seen or heard before, but you're going to love with the different speakers. So let's talk about this main stage, because the format is main stage in the morning, breakouts midday, main stage at the end of the day. And that's going to be the agenda for both days. Okay. So first day, main stage. Let's just talk about what's going on.
Man. So we're kicking off the day with Dr. Nicole Lipkin,
we're kicking off the day with a hot breakfast. Let's just put that out there.
Amen. I'm so glad you brought that up. You did that for me.
I sure did. And then we are recording this show live
on the main stage. That's right. Yeah, we're recording live. It'll be on the main stage during breakfast. You can, it's just kind of like some energy to pop start your day. We'll drop the beat, the whole 9 yards. Dr. Nicole Lipkin, right after we say a few words, because we got to get ours in. Dr. Nicole Lipkin is just going to set the stage, her poise, and she's got this. I read the description.
Brand new keynote from Doctor.
I was reading the description. I was on with one of our teammates, Charity, yesterday. I was like reading through it. I was like, man, I'm like, I need to work on my description writing game after reading that thing.
She's kind of awesome.
She's awesome. We're going to talk about the future State of the Union with Mike Stanton, Liza Borchia, Steve Greenfield.
Let's talk about Mike Stanton, president of NADA, Liza Borchia, CEO of Carter Myers Automotive, 23-store group that'll knock your socks off, Steve Greenfield, who's everywhere in automotive.
Literally.
All three of those ingredients on the stage at one time to kick it off. Talking about not where we are. Everyone's talking about that. We're talking about where we're going to be from the practitioners.
Man,
what's next? Okay, so that's the morning.
The morning.
And then we go to the breakouts, and we go to the trade show floor, and then we have Taco Tuesday for lunch, right? And Swag Shop is open, and Recharge Lounge, podcast stage, everything's rocking throughout the day. Then we come back to the main stage, and this is a special
we haven't even
one.
Talked about the fact that there's literally going to be podcasts going on all day in the expo hall, live in the expo hall. Then we're coming back. Oh, we get to talk to Darren Doan, who is just a prolific producer. He's got a new show on Amazon Prime with John Sacco, who is in the recycled metals industry, and it's called. If you haven't checked it out, go check out Repurposed on Amazon Prime. I think there's 2 or 3 episodes up there right now. And it's there. We're talking all about how to elevate an industry and show a different side of an industry, which is something that so many people, and us included, are working to do in the automotive side. So just seeing other people doing similar things, going, I see that, is going to,
it's going to be inspiring.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be awesome.
We'll get to hit and see some hot clips from it too.
And then makes a lot of sense.
Tell them about what will we do next?
We're rolling back. Natural. We're rolling next into our effort to elevate the perception of the entire industry by releasing and premiering episode 3 of More Than Cars, which was filmed a few weeks ago in Buffalo, New York at the West Her Group. You know them. They're at the pretty close to the tippy top of the top 150 auto dealers. And we're going to premiere that episode. And we're also bringing up Martin Schwartz, who is the CEO of Vehicles for Change, who is the charity we're representing. They're right there near Baltimore, but they have a national presence. They're recruiting and training and placing technicians who have been formerly incarcerated with 100% success.
It's unbelievable.
He's saying 100% placement success.
It's well, and why wouldn't you? If you're training and recruiting technicians, it's like,
and you get an ASE certified tech who's got something to work for, who's got something to prove, and they have something to believe in. So look, if that's just the main stage,
just
on
day
Tuesday, wait till you hear about the main stage for day 2. And so, look, go to ASOTUCON.com right now to book your tickets, especially if your dealer. Our industry partner tickets are just about gone. The only way you'll be able to go as an industry partner is if you sponsor the event. We still have a lot of different things available. If you're interested in that, just hit us up, DM us, send us an email, Paul or Kyle at ASOTU.com, and we'll make sure you get connected. But if you're a dealer, you really need to be there learning from the other practitioners. And tickets are still $100 off. Today's the last day. They're $100 off. Wow. Tomorrow, they're full price. We've been counting down. So let's do that. Hey, I'm just looking in the comments and everyone's talking about some stuff. Ashley Edmondson, I want to put you up there. Good morning from Team Softspace. Softspace is actually our partner who's going to be setting up the trade show floor. All the booths are going to be very uniform and beautiful. We're trying to create an amazing trade show experience for you. So it just feels good and engaging. And it takes a lot of people to do that. Thanks to our friends at Softspace for helping us make that happen. Wow, this is the longest we've gone ever without talking about news. But let's talk about some news.
Hey, we're getting to it. Here we go.
I know. So this is a big one. After facing a suspension for their dealer license earlier this year, you've heard the story, Carvana has successfully promoted legislation in Illinois that now will allow home delivery and online sales procedures that include, this is the biggest part, e-signatures. No more wet signature required. It was passed unanimously in the Illinois state and Senate in March, and then the House of Representatives in May, and now it was just signed into law. It's going to take effect January 1st, 2024, so just a few months away. It specifies that dealers can deliver vehicles to a customer's residence if they request it in writing, easy, and the date of the sale is now considered to be when the vehicle buyer signs the application for the title. And then, of course, got to get those e-signatures. I think this is a great thing for everybody.
No, this is universal. It's Carvana is a dealer, but this helps dealers. Kudos to Illinois for getting in there early and making e-signatures a legitimate way to sign documents across the state for all title applications or title purposes. Like that just frees up everybody to be able to do better retailing for customers. So hey, thanks to a lot of people throw shade at Carvana, but thanks to Carvana, they're a behemoth that allows the industry to move faster. There's a lot of people that have looked to them to build their processes, to build their online reputation, their online stores, and now they're legitimizing it with helping pass legislation and pushing that through. Let's go. Pay attention, Illinois dealers. Get your online presence in order.
Do it. You got to do it. Thanks. Speaking of,
you tried. You were.
I did. I just speaking, and it just told me to stop. So we're gonna go. We're gonna talk about a couple EV stories. So EV charging networks, ChargePoint and Blink, two of the biggest, are facing some significant financial difficulties with less than a year of cash left, as automakers, frustrated with poor charger reliability and slow rollout, have just started creating their own networks and have been joining forces with Tesla. If you haven't heard, both ChargePoint and Blink are experiencing cash burn due to the operating losses and the slowdown. Because here's the rub. Their models are significantly built around selling the charging equipment. Right. And so the business lack of use, lack of reliability have led to very low revenue to support the company for all this equipment that is out there. And obviously, other OEMs and people trying to get their own networks is going to slow down equipment sales because other people are doing their own things. I smell some partnerships or acquisitions maybe on the horizon. So basically, here's a quote from an analyst at Guidehouse. It says it's kind of a perfect storm for charging network companies. They're facing new competition. Their customers are not happy. They need to spend money, but they can't get the money. So it's kind of worst of all worlds for them. And after you have some commentary on this, Kyle, I have a personal story.
Well, it's wild because, back in, let's call it 10 years ago, ChargePoint and Blink were really the only options. If you wanted to charge any of your EVs that were non-Teslas, it was just the only way to go. You like when we had a Leaf back in the day, I just had both apps, had a payment option on both. And it's just, that was the only thing you could find. But now all of these broader charging networks, and the biggest thing is these OEMs leaning into the Tesla charging network is dangerous for these other private companies that are looking to keep market share, because Tesla's just going to be able to move faster, further, and the OEMs are going to lean into that with their financing. So yeah, it's a weird thing. Now, I would hate for any of these to like go bankrupt and all of a sudden not be able to use all those charging
charging sticks all over the place.
That would be brutal.
I can't see that happening. Somebody's gonna. Without the burden of having to get the equipment in place, like I think someone could come in and
all the grants,
make it a little better. Well, let me tell you a little personal story. So our studio here in Syracuse is new. It was the property I redeveloped, and we put an EV charger out front because I got to do my part. There's not one in this neighborhood, not anywhere close. You got to go downtown to get a charger. So I was like, let's put one out front of the building, which is cool because I can see it from my window and I watch everybody like surrounding it like a monkey that doesn't understand something, like look at it and they poke at it. Some people eat a sandwich from the pizza place and they watch it. It's with EV Connect is the network that this is a part of. And I just got my annual like bill, right? This is what it costs to be part of the network. It's like $550 and they want to raise it to like $600 something dollars. Want me to tell you my total charging revenue to date in 2023?
$83.54.
Close. $130.
Whoa.
Which also doesn't account for whatever the electric costs to deliver that.
Oh my goodness.
So you're probably actually pretty right around $80. You're probably right on the money. And so obviously I was like, we're going to pay the bill. We're going to keep it going another year, but maybe, and they were going to put some more Starbucks and stuff in. So maybe it'll help, but it's a tough go from a business proposition.
Yeah, like absolutely. And if you don't have like a business where customers are staying and setting up and a large purchase network in your region, it's a tough
challenge.
For EV
Somebody there's some apartments like an old like Catholic school was turned into luxury apartments, and somebody actually walked over with a Tesla. They walked over to the agency and they were like, "Is that charger reliable?" Literally, that was their question, because they're considering moving there, and they wanted to know there was somewhere reliable close by where they could charge their vehicle, because you can't charge it from the apartment complex. So I feel like I'm kind of in the middle of all the questions right now.
You're almost there.
And I'm on the wrong end of the charging thing, by the way.
Well, speaking of enough people in an area buying EVs, that was a long segue.
That's better than mine. At least it made sense.
Amidst the struggling demand, there are new EV credits piling on in the state of Colorado with the launch of what they're calling the Vehicle Exchange Colorado program. This program offers a $6,000 rebate for residents who swap their old gas guzzlers for new or used electric vehicles. It's a move designed to drive the uptick of electric vehicle purchases and reduce the greenhouse gas emissions in the state. The state has a goal of achieving 940,000 electric cars on the road by 2030.
You know how many they have right now? You know how many they have right now?
How many?
93,000.
90. Oh yeah, 90. 1/10.
So they got a 10. They got to get Grant Cardone's up in here 10x in this thing.
10x in 7 years? Come on, if you can't do. Okay, so here's the wild stuff about about the eligibility. The residents must have a household income below 80% of the area's median income, and the vehicle being turned on must be at least 12 years old. Or the trade-in vehicle or turned-in vehicle must be 12 years old or fail emissions test, but still operational. How many people, like, what's the volume of people that can afford the new EV, but still have the 80%
car?
household income and a 12-year-old car that fails.
I mean, they said the number was like $100,000 for a family of 4. It's Boulder, Colorado. It was like where they were talking about
Boulder
things.
is like, I mean, Boulder
but still,
specifically. But,
I mean, I think the real story is that this is another pile of money you're throwing at an EV. So if you think about, if you are eligible, and with affordability being such an issue in Colorado, obviously we have the federal credit, $7,300 or $7,500. We have this new credit of $6,000. And by the way, the car's to be under 50 grand, but if it's under 50 grand after all other credits, right, you get the 6 grand. And there's another credit I saw, and I looked it up, which is from the power company. It's called Xcel Energy. And if you're an Xcel Energy customer and you meet these criteria, you get another $5,500. Dude, that's 19 grand.
19 grand. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, what's an inexpensive? An ID4 base model, $39,000. So you could get 19 grand off a $39,000 vehicle. That's just about half off. So you're driving out for 20 grand.
So now that median household income can definitely afford that EV.
Bingo.
Right, there we go.
I think that'll help their numbers.
I think it should give a little bump.
That's good on them for doing something, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is one of the conversations that's been happening a lot, saying, hey, if there's a lot of inventory and we're trying to push demand, we're going to see a boatload of incentives. It's the only way you can move this inventory. It's the only way.
I mean, think back to 10,000 off trucks back in the day. We're talking $19,000 in rebates, not from the manufacturer, but from public and private companies.
So now instead of, I guess we say 10,000 on the hood, it's going to be 10,000 in the frunk. Oh, we hope you have an amazing last day to your August. Please go to ASOTUCON.com. Check out the speakers, the agenda, buy a ticket. We hope you can join us in less than 4 weeks.